This is not a work of clinical excellence, nor a reference text. I've left in medical mistakes that I've made, and older treatment protocols that have become outdated. I've deliberately avoided referencing scientific papers or articles. Veterinary medicine and science in general is constantly evolving, and what is correct at the time may not be in the future. My opinion will change with the evidence. For the curious, I recommend you do your own research. I don't want to gloss over our profession. Rather, I want the public to have as honest an account as possible. Vets already enjoy enviable levels of public trust. I suspect this will only be increased when the challenges involved are unveiled. With that in mind, I've taken steps to anonymise everyone, human or otherwise, with the exception of myself. Locations are deliberately approximate, clinic names omitted, and patient confidentiality respected. For owners, keepers, riders, farmers, and the interested, I want to give you a glimpse into the lives and minds of your veterinary advisors. Maybe it'll increase your empathy for them. Maybe it'll make you change to another vet. If what you do involves some thought, I'm glad I could help. If the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons feel that any particular passage warrants my being struck off, know that I am prone to exaggeration, and I'm a notorious liar, so that bit is probably not true. But it happened. Scientific statements. Don't be so sure. Always consider the possibility that you are wrong. What assumptions have you made? What does the data not tell you? Do not mistake the absence of evidence for evidence of absence. 1. Bullheaded. After 5 years of university, I had proven myself to be a fairly mediocre vet student. I only had myself to blame, but despite this, I just managed to land my first job at a 6-person mixed practice in Northern Ireland. My family had generously donated their ageing estate car to me in which to make my way around the beautiful countryside. Armed with enthusiasm and knowledge of a fresh-faced graduate, I was determined to save myself and my patients from catastrophe. Like many students starting their first job, I was full of both confidence and doubt in my own abilities. The exact ratio of one to the other changed on a minute-to-minute basis, and so it was that I found myself on a farm in a corner of the UK with the mission of shooting a bull. Not, you might think, a natural mission for one tasked with saving fluffy things and bunnies. However, there are darker regions of veterinary medicine that not even Batman would willingly enter into. My boss was an unashamedly no-nonsense kind of guy, and mentoring was not a word that tripped off his tongue. In his defence, I was pretty poor at asking for assistance, and we were so busy there was little time for teaching or training. What had happened was that a young male cow, or a bull, as we professionals call it, had broken a leg. Due to the size and weight of the animal, along with technological and budgetary constraints, treatment was out of the question. It could still go into the food chain and end up as burgers, but it could not be transported to a slaughterhouse with a broken leg for welfare reasons. In essence, this left only one option. We would have to shoot it, drain it of blood, and then the farmer would transport it to the meat factory. Enter man with gun. Now, at this point in my career, my knowledge of firearms was based on war movies, and being briefly trained to shoot a polar bear using a rifle. However, I was armed only with a single-shot .32 revolver and grim determination. I should also mention several complicating factors. The bull was murderous, and running around the field frothing at the mouth with its broken leg flailing around, presumably adding to its anger. The farmer was terrified of the bull, and I had opted to bring along a girl I knew from vet school. We'd recently met for a drink, and she'd suggested coming to see practice. We were a year apart in age, and I will confess that I had a not very secret crush on her.